Hi there, my name is Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I just finished listening to Big Finish's Donna Kidnap box set. It's my last box set. Well, no, I got one more box set to finish before I caught up, and I'm up to date before they start bringing out this month. It's the 11th, so they're probably going to bring out this month's releases pretty soon. And it's really good. It's really, really good. It's a strong recommend. I actually think it's the best of the 10th Doctor releases Big Finish have done, even though he's really not in it at all. He's in it. He's in a blink and you miss it cameo. But it's a really, really good. I'm going to do a review of it right now. Before we get there, can I ask you guys, can you hit the subscribe button? That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very, very much. I'd like to show you my appreciation. Go check the video notes. There's a audio venture that you can download. I figured this is an audio review. That might be of interest to you. Audio venture called Minuet in Hell. Not the Big Finish Minuet in Hell. This is the audio visuals Minuet in Hell, starring Nicholas Briggs as a Doctor, made in the mid-80s by a fan group called Audio Visuals that later went on to become Big Finish. So when Big Finish finally got the go-ahead, the green light that they can do Paul McGann audios in 2002, I think, they were really excited, but they didn't have much time, so they had to take old scripts they had. This was one of them, and adapt them. So yeah. So go check that out. It's in the video notes. Also in the video notes, instructions how you can win this fantabulous prize. So this is going to be of interest to all Doctor Who fans out there. Doctor Who, Carnival of Monsters, fantastic Pertwee adventure, the special edition, 2-disc special edition with tons and tons of extras on it, making ofs, all kinds of things. You know what? I'm going to do a review of this DVD. Maybe I might even do it tomorrow. Because like the extras on it are really, really great. All you got to do to win it is subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is the freaking reason I'm doing this in the first place. Subscribe to the channel and then leave the hashtag Miniscope. Hashtag Miniscope. And we're going to do the giveaway on the TARDIS Zone, which will be on the 17th, when we will be joining the Fires of Pompeii tweet along, watch along, and we'll be tweeting and watching along. With their release. Oh, and also this week on Saturday night we do classic watch-alongs and tweet-alongs, and this week's going to be the chase. So yes, there we go. We'll go on a flight through eternity. Fine. Okay, so we're talking about the Donna Noble box, the Donna Noble Kidnap, starring Catherine Tate, obviously as Donna. Jacqueline King's in it. She's actually in it more than I expected. The Big Finish have a thing. They'll put somebody on the cover, and you go, oh yeah, I want that. Like the Time War set with the Valiard in it, and the I think it's the Paul McGann Doctor, yeah. And Valiard, I was like, yeah, man, he was in it for like one episode. He should have been in the whole freaking. They had what was it, Wilf in 10th Doctor 10th Doctor set, and he was in it for one episode. So the problem I've always had with the 10th Doctor releases is they've always been very throwaway. You know, they've always been like, you have like the major big stories of a season, then you got like the filler stories. It's always the filler story. So this. This one is a big 4-part adventure. It's like a mini series. It's like chunky. It said something, and I just think it's far more successful. For that reason. So again, got Catherine Tate, Jacqueline King's back in it as a mother. Really, really good Donna mother stuff going on there. Nikki Wardley's in it as her full assistant, her best friend. Now I had no idea that Catherine Tate and Nikki Wardley were old friends of 20 years, that she was on the Catherine Tate show. How do you end up being on the Catherine Tate show, not the Nikki Wardley show? That's maybe she pulled the short straw there. But their chemistry is so obvious. It really works well. Who else is in it? There's nobody else I could really go off the top of my head. Oh yes, Dan Starkey. Dan Starkey, you'll be recognizable people, Big Finish listeners, and Lydia West, who was in Russell T Davies's Years and Years. She was in it. I really didn't recognize her at all. Normally I recognize the voice, didn't recognize her at all. Fine. So this was a 4-story series, and this is what the BBC should really do. This would be fantastic, especially in a time like now when Doctor Who isn't on so much. It's like 18 months between seasons. The seasons are much shorter. I think they should just have another production team come in and do like a spin-off series like this that really kind of just plugs in perfectly, and it feels like that wonderful what was it, the full season Doctor. It really feels it. It's got that. That's something that Big Finish really does well. It very accurately recreates here. So I could imagine they had like a year David Tennant had to take off to be very, very famous and successful. And they plug that gap, or 6 months, they plug that gap with this miniseries. This takes place right after Silence in the Library, where Donna had had this relationship, which I totally forgot about in the virtual reality space, where she was married, and so she needed some time to unwind after that. So this is it slots in between there and midnight, and it's a really, really fun. That's the first thing I did. It's just so fun. It's so Donna, and it's still very, very Doctor Who, even though the Doctor isn't in it at all. So the first story is Out This World by Jacqueline Rayner. It's really, really good story. Donna's home. And Sylvia is not happy with Donna. So, yeah, Sylvia doesn't really know what's going on with Donna, or like why her life is in the rut that is. She doesn't know all the wonderful things that she's doing with the Doctor. And it's kind of fair to say that Donna without the Doctor is a bit of a loser, which is something they reiterate quite a lot on this over and over again. Donna without the Doctor is a bit of a loser. So Donna's home. She's like recuperating after traveling. She's saying. And so Donna's mother, Sylvia gets in touch with Donna's BFF from school, Natalie, and they send him on a speed dating, evening. Funnily enough, I know the guy who invented speed dating. Yeah, and on the extras, everyone's talking about how much they hate speed dating. Speed dating was originally designed for religious Jewish. I know young men and women looking to get married, because if you're Orthodox religious, like Orthodox Jewish, like me, you do this weird kind of thing. Me and my wife, we didn't touch each other until we're married. You do this thing called Shom Nagir. You don't have any physical contact until you get married. So you talk a lot more. So speed dating really works in that mindset, because you go and there's no expectation of like physical intimacy, and you have like a quick talk with each other, and you move to the next person, and Orthodox Jewish people, it makes total sense. For regular people, I always thought it was a bit weird, and I can understand why people are like a little bit put off by it. Because it's kind of like you got to sell yourself in like 5 minutes. Again, the original version is it was just like you get to see if you wanted to spend more. If you're in the ballpark of like interested to talk to each other. Right. So they go on a speed dating, and of course there's a massive alien plot mixed up within the speed dating. And again, it's just so you get the feeling of Donna, the temp from Chiswick, of her life, and how her life with the Doctor comes crashing through into it, and the Doctor really is there as quite an important presence. She sees the TARDIS, and she knows that the Doctor's got something going on. And then she basically gets a message at some point saying, "Donna, I know there's something going. I know you need some time. I'm just working on something else. Don't worry about it." But suffice to say, Donna and Nikki end up in the TARDIS by the end of the first episode. I don't really think I'm spoiling everything, because that's really what's going on. But they set up interesting monsters and an interesting situation that they're gonna resolve by the end of it. So the second episode. They travel to a planet. It's called Spinovision, and they travel to a planet that's suffering an alien invasion, but they don't realize they're suffering an alien invasion because their PR firm contacted the evil aliens that are about to invade and kill them, and said, "Listen, if we can get everybody on board with being invaded by you and be happy with with your alien invasion, then you don't have to kill everyone, and it could work out better for everyone." So this is a lot of stuff about dealing with PR and people being susceptible to media spin, and how kind of ludicrous media spin. Now the funny thing is this: everybody, that regardless of what side of the cultural divide that you find, which I think is kind of getting a bit better. Really, it was very sharp and pronounced over in 2017. Back in the 2017, I would say 2018. But now I think it seems to be smoothing over, which is so nice. But whatever side of political divide you're on, let's say if you love Brexit and Boris Johnson and Trump, yes, or you or you hate them and you love Jeremy Corbyn or whoever it is, AOC, whatever side of the aisle you're on, you're going to think, aha, you see, that's just like the other people. They've been brainwashed, not like me, not like smart people like me, which is kind of, they didn't really play on that, but that's something they could have done. I think they really should have done. But again, this is all like very Donna and Nat being temps in outer space situations, and it really, really is really fun, and it really feels like that David Tennant, Donna Noble, David Tennant, Catherine Tate season of Doctor Who. Season 4. Yeah, it really feels like season 4. Also, you get the season, the theme tune in and out is the season 4 theme tune. You get the sound effects of the Tennant TARDIS. So really, you feel like you're right there. You feel like you're in that exact moment in time. The third, so the second, who wrote that second? Sorry, Spinovision by John Dorney. John Dorney is basically, basically everything he writes is you can rely on it to be very good. Third story is the Sorcerer of Albion. Again, don't want to say comedic, but these are just a lot of fun, just tons and tons of fun. Donna and Nat find themselves in medieval times where they meet a genuine magician who summoned them, thinking that the TARDIS is the chariot of Merlin. The person who summoned them clearly knows who the Doctor is, but he thinks but then just assumes the Doctor is Donna. And yeah, I think it works a lot better than, and we've seen that quite a few times. We saw that with Clara. I think it really worked better than any other time I've seen it. They also got something kind of fun with it. They have the sorcerer and his granddaughter, and the granddaughter played by Lydia West, who's in Years and Years, and it's kind of like an opposite of the Hartnell Susan relationship. Oh, you know what it's really like? They had a kind of funny Michael Caine movie called Without a Clue, where the premise was that Dr. Watson was really the criminal genius, the criminal, the not the criminal, what's the opposite of criminal? The police genius, the anti-criminal genius, and he hired an out-of-work actor to play Sherlock Holmes because nobody took him seriously. So in this thing, the granddaughter is really the genius one, and you get the feeling the granddaughter's the genius one who has all the abilities, and the grandfather's kind of a sad loser. But again, totally fun, and then it ends up with the Chiswick Cuckoos, which was written by Matt Fitton. So Sorcerer Albion, the third one, was written by James Goss. Again, really, really reliable writers. They can always rely on going to produce something really, really good. The fourth one is the Chiswick Cuckoos, written by Matt Fitton. And Donna and Nat go home, and they expect to be in trouble because they've been gone for a month, but it turns out there have been duplicates of them around all the time. This ties into the first story, and you get a resolution of the first story. You get a cameo from David Tennant in it, which was kind of fun. Yeah, in which one is it? In the Sorcerer of Albion, you get a hologram of the TARDIS puts forth a hologram, and it really should have been David Tennant. That would have made a lot more sense. Or like they could have got Tim Treloar in to play a third Doctor. They always said they talked about having an older Doctor, and it really would have made a lot more sense, I think. Or if you can't get David Tennant, get Jake Dubman to David Tennant. At least at that point it would have. I think it just seemed to make more sense. But instead, because the hologram was talking to Nat almost exclusively, it took the form of Nat's husband. So like something really interesting going on in the set is that Nat and Donna are clearly are school friends, but their chemistry is really, really, really great in it. And Donna is kind of like really jealous of Nat because Nat's got the good job, she's married and everything. But then as you go on, you find out that Nat's life isn't as perfect you think. And basically, it's the story is is trying to say the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, but never you never really know what you have until you don't have it. Which again, all things that I really agree with. Fits the tone of season 4 absolutely perfectly. Just a lot of fun. And again, I just lament if the BBC put this on, I think they will be getting ratings in the 8 millions. I really do, because it's just fun, entertaining. I was going to say TV, just fun, entertaining audience. And it's one of the best of the years. Big Finish has had a pretty good year thus far. They've had a lot of good series. They've had Susan's War, which I really liked. I'm just looking through the website now, see what else came out this year. Susan's War. What's the other one came out recently? I thought that I liked. The Blake 7 Restoration. That was excellent this year. And Donna Noble's the First Doctor Adventures. I think this is in the top echelons of Big Finish for this year. It's a really good release. It's always great to support Big Finish. You know, they always they have my back by making good Doctor Who. So you know, I try and have their back. It's how much are they charging for it? My guess is, I mean, yeah, everything's on download now instead of buying the physical. So it's $20. Totally worth the price of admission. It really is. Again, if you like Donna Noble, if you like that full season of full series of Doctor Who, yeah, it even though David Tennant is it fits just perfectly in there. And I'm really glad I got it. You know, I wasn't going to buy this one initially, and then it took me round by when they announced David Tennant would be in it. Even though I knew it would just be a freaking cameo, which it was, but that's how they took me around. And I'm so glad I did. I am really glad I did. Well done, Big Finish. Great release. I don't think they're going to do any. They might do more of them, but it'll be great for me if they did. But I think it's fine. It's a really kind of like really nice four-part enclave. The story in of itself, it's not something that you have to of listen to understand the characters, but it just adds so much more depth to them. Really great. Strong recommend. My name's Sheila Becken, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.